Welcome to the final European race before the Formula One circuit heads back to Asia. This weekend, it's Monza. Welcome to day one of the Italian Grand Prix. Some fans have commented that this track isn't as difficult as it once was due to the recent track modifications around Parabolica.
The Parabolica is a demanding high-speed corner, and in the past, drivers were known to stray into the gravel trap. But around the edge now is a strip of tarmac, so if a car does go off the track, they should be able to recover.
One of the most famous corners here at Monza is the Variante del Rettifiglio, the first corner chicane. It's been the scene of so many first-lap incidents over the years, and I think the teams will be holding their breath, hoping that they make it through that corner cleanly at the start today.
This is such a tricky corner to find the right braking point for. You approach it around 220 miles per hour down the main straight, then scrub off 170 miles per hour in just over 100 meters. It's very easy, therefore, to overshoot and end up driving through the escape road.
Hello guys, and welcome back to my F1 2015 career mode, driving in the 2014 season as Daniil Kvyat. We are here for the Italian Grand Prix. Last time out in Belgium, I really suggest that you should pause this video and go check out that one because it was an absolute fantastic race. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to do so. Okay, so last time out in Belgium, we won! We won our first Grand Prix of this 2014 season with an absolutely fantastic race, mainly down to the rain and the race strategy that we chose. Now this time out in Italy, I think this is another track that I can do really well at. I don't think I'm going to win it, but I feel like I could get a top 5 position. Now, as per usual, nothing happened in practice, so we're going to head over straight to the practice results.
That's practice over and a successful session for Lewis Hamilton. He's bound to be pleased with the car's performance today.
So Lewis Hamilton tops the practice session with Sebastian Vettel in second, 3/10 off the pace of him. Kimi Räikkönen comes down in third, Valtteri Bottas is fourth, Felipe Massa fifth. Nico Rosberg surprisingly is down in 6th place, 9/10 of a second behind his teammate and beaten by all the other drivers in between him. We are in 7th place on the prime tyres as well, so we could have a very good qualifying session with our teammate also in 10th position, so we could get a double points finish for the Toro Rosso team. Now let's head over to the qualifying to see how we do.
The pit lane will be open shortly, which means it's nearly time for qualifying for the Italian Grand Prix here in Monza. I'm expecting a good showing from Ferrari at their home race this weekend. They've had a lot of success here over the years, and though they haven't won a race here since Fernando Alonso in 2010, you can never say never.
The fans here are amazing and always provide a lift to the Ferrari team, so I'm expecting them to be right in the mix come today's qualifying session.
So here we go guys, qualifying for the Italian Grand Prix, aiming for around 5th position again as we came 7th in practice session on the prime tyres. So I think 5th is achievable today. Let's have a look at our lap. So here we go, coming around the last corner towards the pit straight and across the line. Down into P7 already with the Williams, Mercedes and all the teams that are good in a straight line speed ahead of us already as we go down into the first corner now. A very tricky braking zone as we go into the right, then the left. We're up to P1 at the moment, which is fantastic for us, but unfortunately on the exit of that corner, we're already down to P8, P10. We are dropping places at the moment as we go round this long right-hand turn. Lewis Hamilton tops the session at the moment as we dip a wheel onto the grass. Lucky not to lose the back end there as we turn into the second chicane, going to the left, then the right, as we come up to the 2 leftmost corners. Under braking now and very nice and tidy through there. P7 at the moment in this session as we go from the second corner. And nice and tidy through there, running a little bit on the curve but just enough to get a good exit from that corner as we've got the DRS open, coming down towards Ascari now. Up into P6, so we're slowly making positions back as we go into the left, then the right, and then back into the left again of Ascari. Now down to the long straight onto the Parabolica corner. We're up into P5. Can we make any more positions into this corner? There's a bit of runoff area into this corner now, so we can take it a little bit wider than usual. As we under braking, we've caught up quite a bit to Lewis Hamilton's time. Now, how much of this exit are we going to use? We're not actually going to use any of the exit curve over on the left, as we're going to make a run down to the line, and that's P4 in this qualifying session.
What a session it's been for Mercedes today. They've locked the front row of the grid for tomorrow's race.
Definitely a great result for the team, and if it all goes to plan tomorrow, we could be seeing a 1-2 finish. But there'll be plenty of other drivers on the grid who'll be hoping to put a stop to that.
So there we go. Lewis Hamilton tops the timesheets of this qualifying session once again, beating his teammate by a very slim margin. Valtteri Bottas is in third, we're in fourth with a fantastic time. Felipe Massa is in fifth, Fernando Alonso sixth, Kimi Räikkönen seventh, Sebastian Vettel 8th, Daniel Ricciardo 9th, and Nico Hülkenberg rounds off the top 10. Let's have a look and see how we do in the race for the Italian Grand Prix.
It's Sunday afternoon here at Monza and you're in for a treat at this classic Formula One track. Welcome to the Italian Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton starts on pole today, and with the blistering pace he's shown all weekend long, it shouldn't come as a surprise if he leaves the opposition in his wake during the race today.
When we spoke to him earlier, he felt that this was a great opportunity to go on and win, but he knows he still has plenty of work to do. Anything can happen in the race, so you have to keep your feet on the ground until you take the checkered flag.
Who do you think is set for a strong outing here today?
I have a sneaky feeling that these conditions will suit Kimi Räikkönen today. We've seen glimmers of his old self in recent times, and today may be the day he puts it all together.
So here we go, round 13 of this career mode, Italian Grand Prix time. Let's have a look at the race strategy for today's race. So, starting the race as per usual on the option tyres, pitting for the primes on lap 6 or 7 of this 13 lap race. Here we go, guys. Let's see where we can come in this race today. Starting in P4.
You can run side by side into the Rettifilio, but don't
The
break
5
too late on
lights,
these
and
cars,
away
or
we
else
go,
will
getting an
get
awful start. That's going to allow Felipe Massa to go up past us now, as we've got Fernando Alonso who's right behind us because of our slow start. He won't be able to get past. Will we be able to brake later than Felipe Massa into turn 1? We go up the inside. We nearly go into him and lock up our tyres. A bad exit there as well. So we've got Fernando Alonso to the left of us, but he tucks in behind us now, as we're going to be following Felipe Massa up towards the second chicane. Can we make a move on him there? Fernando Alonso looks like he might have a move on us. No, he won't. We won't have a move on Felipe Massa neither, because we are just too far behind. Maybe cutting the chicanes just a little bit, but no warnings there. As we're going through the right hander of the Lesmos number 1. Catching up to Felipe Massa now. How will we do through Lesmos number 2? Very nice through there as well. So we're right behind Felipe Massa now. Will we be able to make a move into Ascari? Following him in the slipstream now. Going up the inside of Ascari, surely. No, we don't. We just back out of it. We just hold on for now, as we're going to get a good run into the Parabolica corners. We maybe cut that corner just a little bit as well. Fernando Alonso, though, has a run of us into Parabolica, so we are going to have to defend against him and let Felipe Massa get away for now. Unless we can brake later than both of them, which we do. Oh, nearly. We nearly get a move up the inside of Felipe Massa, but he just slams the door on us. But we're right behind him now. Onto the long pit straight. Will we be able to get past him here? We've got the slipstream. However, the straight line speed of the Williams is much greater than our straight line speed. As we go into turn 1, side by side with Felipe Massa, we brake later than him. We're up into the first part of the chicane, but will he be able to get us on the exit? As we give him the room, and that's a very clean exit out of that corner, as we've got Valtteri Bottas and Rosberg flying ahead of us, but we're going to cut ahead to midway stage of lap 2. Looks like Felipe Massa is going to have a move up the inside of Ascari. Yes, he is. Will he make it stick? We're side by side at the moment. We give him the room, and he's just going to back out a bit. However, he is going to get a nice run up towards the Parabolica. Will he be able to make a move there? He's still right behind us. Will he go up the inside? Or no, he's going around the outside for the next corner. As we go towards the Parabolica now, we've got Fernando Alonso up our inside. We brake later than Felipe Massa. We're going side by side with him. We squeeze out Fernando Alonso, and we squeeze out Felipe Massa. As we are going to have both of them hot on our heels down the long straight. No, we won't, as we cut ahead to the midway stage of lap 3. We caught up to the guys ahead, but also we've got Felipe Massa right behind us again. Will he be able to go for a move? Yes, he does. Up the inside of Ascari again, but this time he backs out of it a lot earlier, although he is still there, so we give him more room this time. However, he's going to get another run up towards the Parabolica, so he is going to go for another move into the Parabolica corner. As he goes round the outside once again, we've got Nico Hülkenberg behind him. He's going to follow Massa through. But we brake later than Felipe Massa. We're going up the inside of Parabolica once more, and we have squeezed him out once again. So, 3 laps already in this race, and there has been a lot of chances, a lot of fighting between me and the other drivers. As we cut ahead to the end of lap 4, Felipe Massa is right behind us again, in towards the Parabolica corner. He goes for the move before Parabolica, as we've got Hulkenberg up the inside, as we go up the inside of Felipe Massa once again, and we've got the move stuck on him. But will he get... He looks a lot closer this time than he has been in previous laps towards this first turn, as we've still got Valtteri Bottas and Nico Rosberg fighting ahead of us, as Felipe Massa goes past us. We are going to have to brake later than him into turn 1, which we do, but he's still there on our inside. No, he's not. We've just squeezed him out. We need to get a good exit off this corner, though, which we do. Not losing the back end there. That's good. Towards the end of lap 5 now, we've got a massive train behind us. We've got Felipe Massa, we've got Nico Hulkenberg, we've got Fernando Alonso going for a move on Nico Hulkenberg. He's also going to go for a move on us as we go for a move on Felipe Massa up the inside of the Parabolica, and we make that move stick once more. That's a great overtaking place for us, just braking a lot later than the other drivers into that corner. Now, starting at lap 6, I don't think there's anyone anywhere near behind us. No, there's not, as we are coming into Parabolica. I think we've actually got a gap to Felipe Massa this time, so nobody's going to be going for an overtake, but I believe this is pit stop time for us, as we maybe go onto the grass just a little bit on the inside of the Parabolica, but it doesn't matter because no one is anywhere near us. We're coming into the pit lane, as Nico Rosberg and Valtteri Bottas are still going to carry on fighting. Felipe Massa is going to come in behind us, so is Fernando Alonso. Kimi Raikkonen carries on. We're going to need a good pit stop, boys. What sort of time is it going to be? So it's a 2.4 as Felipe Massa comes in front of us. Now we need to get a good exit, a nice clean exit. Make sure that we don't crash into any other drivers on the exit, as we nearly lose the back end exiting the pit lane like we did in Germany. As we've got Marcus Ericsson, who we will be battling with. We just brake a little bit later than him. We give him the room on the outside. He's now got the inside of the second part of the chicane. As we are... Oh no, we've lost the back end. We touched the grass and we've hit Marcus Ericsson. That's an absolute disaster. Look at all those cars that are going to be able to get past us. Oh, we nearly hit Jenson Button there as we let Sergio Perez go. And now we're going to rejoin the track. We've got Marcus Ericsson ahead of us. We're going to need to get past him and Roman Grosjean as soon as possible. So this is going to be a drive to try and get into the points, because it's been an absolute disaster off that pit stop. We're going to go up the inside of Marcus Ericsson. A very easy move there. And we just make it through the chicane. We maybe braked a little bit too late, but we're right behind Roman Grosjean now. Will we be able to make a move on him? Round the outside of the first Lesbos corner. Yes, we do. And very easy move on him as well, on the fresher tyres and in the faster car. So, who is up next? It's Sergio Perez. We are on the end of lap 7. Let's have a look who pits. This is probably all the Marushas and the Caterham that will pit, because they didn't pit on the same lap that we did. There we go. There's one car already in there. That's Max Chilton.
Hamilton's just made a move for first.
So we are in P14 now, still behind our teammate actually, Jean-Eric Vergne, who's just come out of the pits. There he is. So we are behind a massive train, which isn't too bad because this will put us very close to where we were running before we pitted in. Will we be able to get a move on Jean-Eric Vergne very early? We're right behind him now into this right hand, and we've got the slipstream. We're going to go to the left. No, we cut back to the right. We do a Daniil Ricciardo on him as we cut to the outside. We've already got the move before we're into the chicane, so we can just take a nice normal line through there. Up next is Sergio Perez. We'll be looking to get him in the next couple of corners as we cut ahead to lap 8. We're right behind him now. As are we going to go for a move? We're going to go around the outside maybe of him. No, there's no room there. We might have to cut back to the inside as we're right behind him, but we're losing a bit of straight line speed to them. We're going to get the DRS open here. Yes. Can we go up the inside of any of these cars? We're just going to have to brake a lot later than them, which we do. We nearly hit Sergio Perez there, and up the inside Nico Hulkenberg. We actually hit Nico Hulkenberg, forces us across the chicane, which also forces us wide and only allows us to overtake Sergio Perez, which we did cleanly because we did get him before we cut the corner. So we gained one position there. We're right behind Sebastian Vettel now as we go ahead to the end of lap 9, right behind Sebastian Vettel. How many moves can we get into the Parabolica? We've already got Sebastian Vettel. As we go up the inside of the Parabolica, we've got 4 cars ahead of us. Hulkenberg, Button, Alonso, Ricciardo. We've got past Hulkenberg and Button. Now can we get past Alonso and Ricciardo? Those two are fighting. We're going to get the DRS. We're going to get double slipstream on both of them. Look at the speed that we've got on them. As we're going to go to the inside, and surely we've got them before we've even got to the first corner. Oh my god, how many cars did we get into that one corner?
We think there's plenty of life left in these for the moment.
We went from P12, I believe, P11, all the way up into P7. As we cut ahead now to lap 11, we're right behind Kevin Magnussen. Can we get up to P6? This would be an absolute fantastic drive after crashing into Marcus Ericsson and losing so many positions. As we go up the inside of Ascari on Kevin Magnussen, we get a nice line through there.
The Mercedes crew are preparing for a stop. We're not sure which driver it is yet.
So apparently one of the Mercedes cars are preparing for a stop. That would be absolutely fantastic for us because it would mean that we could potentially gain another position. But meanwhile, we have Kevin Magnussen who's gone back up around our outside, but we're going to brake later than him into the Parabolica like we did with Felipe Massa earlier. And that is going to allow us into P6 with 2 laps to go of this Grand Prix. I don't think we're going to be able to get any more positions yet. Kimi Räikkönen is just 7 seconds ahead of us. So we cut ahead to the last lap. Lewis Hamilton has won this Italian Grand Prix. We are following Kimi Räikkönen in 6th place. Kevin Magnussen is just far too behind to make a move, so we are going to come across for a sort of good start to the race. Unfortunately we crashed out, but great to get back into P6. A fantastic recovery drive for us.
It's a win for Mercedes and a win for Lewis Hamilton. The British driver was the class of the field today and fully deserves his victory.
Sometimes a driver just feels comfortable in the car and is dialed into the track, making for an unbeatable combination.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye and see you again next time.
So, a very disappointing Grand Prix to be down in 6th, but there are a lot of positives in that Grand Prix. A lot of overtakes that we had and a good recovery drive from us. Lewis Hamilton wins the Grand Prix with Nico Rosberg coming in 2nd place, Valtteri Bottas in 3rd, Felipe Massa 4th, Kimi Räikkönen comes in 5th, and we are down in 6th place. Kevin Magnussen 7th, Fernando Alonso comes in 8th, Daniel Ricciardo 9th, and Nico Hülkenberg rounds off the top 10 of this Grand Prix. Let's have a look at how those results affect the drivers' standings. So there we go. We are still in 7th, but Kimi Räikkönen has managed to catch up to gap to any. So there we go. We are still 7th in the drivers' standing. Kimi Räikkönen has caught up a little bit here. The gap to him is now only 3 points, and Felipe Massa has got away from us. That gap is now 8 points. Fernando Alonso hasn't caught up to us though, so that's good. So let's have a look at how those results affect the constructors' standings. So there we go. We are still in 5th place in the constructors' standings, but the results have allowed Williams Racing to overtake Infinity Red Bull Racing in the constructors' standings. So that will do for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button. Maybe not as good as last race, but still was a good recovery drive. Don't forget to subscribe for more F1 content, and thank you very much for watching. Have a nice